Hey, how's it going? Swatch with me. Sharpie 12 acrylic markers, bullet nib. So these are the 12 bullet nib ones. And if you didn't watch my video last week, I used these and the brush ones to fill in, to doodle on this box that I covered with this paper, which is Canson drawing paper. There will be a link to this paper and maybe this one. This one is mixed media paper by the Paycon Corporation, which is owned by or a subsidiary or something of the Dixon Ticonderoga Company, which I find fascinating, you know. And this is the layer of cardboard, like this is a piece of cardboard, so it's this outer layer here. You can see the lines I don't know, yeah, you can see those lines. Anyway, I'm still working on this. I worked on it a little bit last Saturday. I think in the video I said I would finish it Saturday, but no, it takes a lot longer to complete it. Excuse me. I also want to use other acrylic paint, not just these markers, because there are only 12 colors here, and I wish Sharpie would make more. And I'm not the only one with that sentiment. I was reading the comments for the reviews, I guess, on Amazon, and quite a few people said, make more colors. I know that they have done that in the past with their permanent markers, because I have a multitude of Sharpie permanent markers that range in all different kinds of colors. Okay, so I stopped waving. Okay, we're gonna do it. These are not labeled, and I guess maybe you want to see, and I don't know why I did this last night. I set up this card last night. This is the bullet nib. Oh, maybe that would be better. On my white hand, you can't see it. I don't know why I did this. I was thinking, why did I do this? White will show up on this paper, but not so much on the white. And then down here, I use the acrylic, Sharpie acrylic brush marker, the white one, to make this one for the black. So we have the basic colors. I guess I could read those off to you. White, pink, red, orange, yellow, green or light green. And this, I think, is like a light teal. And this is also like a dark teal, maybe. Or this is just light teal and teal. Whatever floats your boat. Blue, purple / violet, light gray, and black. Any kind of mental discrepancies you witness in this video is not entirely my fault. I place most of the blame on Sir Barks-a-Lot. Now, you don't hear him now because it's Saturday morning, kind of late Saturday morning. It'll probably be noon by the time I finish this video. And he started barking after 10 o'clock last night. And which had I known that he was going to, did I say that right? Had I have known that he was going to not start his barking frenzy until after 10 o'clock last night, I maybe would have taken a break, gotten out of Blackboard, and done my video much earlier in the evening. So he started barking at 10, and I finally got out of Blackboard around that time, and I realized I can't do my video because, one, it's almost past my bedtime. I can't believe I'm even saying that. And I'm trying to maintain, get up super early, go to bed early for this night owl that's struggling every day with that. And then while I was sleeping, I went to sleep a little after midnight, which is early for me. So, and that dog started into a frenzy of barking for several minutes, sometime during the night, woke me up out of my deep slumber. I was so angry with that dog, or perhaps maybe with the people who keep it outside. Oy. So I woke up a little bit late, like around 8 or 8:30 or something, which normally would have been 8 hours of sleep, but it was not. It was a fragmented 8 hours of sleep. Okay, I'm moving along. Here we have the white one. I'm just gonna do like this. These are a little bit thicker. Do you need to see how, I don't know, how thin a line? That's basically how thin a line, or maybe how thick a line. Oh no, I just took out the I don't know what I'm doing. I'm telling you. Also, it's not a good idea. Also, watch that video about covering the box, because I do give some pointers on using these markers. Wait till one layer dries before adding a second layer or multiple layers. And see, that's what I'm not doing here. I'm not waiting for it to dry. All right. That's actually pretty good, but I had to barely touch it. And this is touching the tip more so. And then, oh yeah. There you go, the side. I don't know if I want to do that. Do I want to do that every single time? I just kind of want to color a shape, maybe a square or something, and I have to get all 12 or the rest of the colors on this page. So, I don't think I'm going to do it like that. But that's just to give you an idea how thick it can be if you lay it on its side. And don't touch the first attempt there to draw that. I touched it on its plastic side here on the, would that be a ferrule if this was an actual brush, paint brush or something? I don't know. I'll just do this, a very sloppy rectangle again. Maybe I should draw different shapes, because that's what I'm doing on that box, drawing different shapes. Can I get 10 more on here like this? I think this is dry. Yes. Yes, that is dry. Okay, so we're going to do a second coat. These are good for layering, and Sharpie even says they're not really made for blending, so they don't blend. They're also supposed to be bleed proof, but really that depends on the thickness of the paper. Acrylic paints and acrylic markers, that is standard. They don't usually bleed through the paper because it's a thicker paint. It doesn't have that. The permanent markers have like a solvent of sorts that just like bleeds right through. But with that being said, I do have the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist brush pens, and those are permanent India ink, and those do not bleed through. And again, that has to do with the thickness or thinness of the paper, I believe. So like tissue paper, I totally expect the Pitt Artist brush pen ink to bleed right on through that tissue paper. And paper towels, tissues, those don't count because they are not considered to be paper per se. So let's see. I have here a tissue. We can make this a little long. I'm just gonna double it so I don't get it on my, oh, I put a hole in it. Oh, see, it does come through a tissue, but the tissue is not considered to be paper. You see what I'm getting at there? Same thing with paper towels. They are absorbent, and they're meant to be absorbent. So most paper is not considered to be absorbent. On the red. The red. Can I just do this? There we go. Now, this red on the black, I am not a happy camper about that. Not at all. Because you can see it. You can just see. How come I'm not going straight across? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not responsible for my actions today. Okay, I am. Well, you can see that it doesn't appear. I might have what I was doing with the box. I'm sorry, just going all over the place. Was I would put this down and it would give that like a reddish brown, brownish red appearance on there on the box. Let me see. And then I would take the red brush marker from Sharpie and I would go over it. So this one was from the brush pen. Okay, this one right here, I don't think I've touched it. You see how, look how dark red that is. Almost like a brown, has a brown tint to it, right? And then the other ones, this is brighter red. It's hard, oh, sorry. It's hard to, oh. Stop looking at this field monitor. But this one does have a darker color to it. I'm not really crazy about that color. I want these to be the same pigments as the brush markers, but they're not. So, but what did I say? I think I said in the in that video, coloring the box, doodling with Sharpie acrylic markers. I think I said that they might be, well, I said in the video that they might be made in different factories, but they might, I did put a caption in that said it might be the same factory but different assembly lines, which is highly likely because we have different barrels. But you know, with assembly lines, they can have removable parts to accommodate the different barrels and shapes and things like that. That's what Tammy gets for working in a book manufacturing, for a book manufacturing company. Way back when. These are horrible rectangles. I'm not using a ruler. That seems kind of silly because this is just a swatch card. We'll just wait. Maybe I'll have to go back over them. I don't know. Because that's a little dull as well. But on that, I pulled out the brush card, the brush swatching card. And to compare, like, do you see anything? But I only did, like, little lines. I didn't do these. I didn't do bigger shapes. And then I also said I probably should have done that in the swatching video. So maybe I'll go back over, but not on camera. And do... Can I add a layer before it dries? I can if I'm light with the pressure. With not much pressure there. I want to stay I want to stay in viewing range here. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll have enough room. Tammy, you have to do, maybe I should do the black. Give this a little more room here. Maybe I should go with the black and then work my way up. No, this just means I can make slightly bigger shapes. Slightly wider rectangles. I'm trying to cover everything. That's the bad thing about going straight across like that. Could this be considered green? What color is this? I thought it was light teal, but kinda. I want color names, Sharpie. To give me an idea. They don't have to be creative. Although these are called creative markers. It says it right there on the... There we go. Wow. See? Creative markers. So I should have put it up there. Creative markers. But I didn't. I'm sorry. Also, these are already being stored in a slider bag. for my convenience. I could put them in a pencil wrap, but I would also have to get ones that have the elastic loops that would hold this thickness of a barrel. Yeah, this doesn't, not all that great. It says it works on light and dark surfaces. Also, I'm not sure that it would work if you're going to use these on plastic. Test it first before you do, because not all plastic is created equally. And let's see. I have my little plastic bag here. So in here, see, that would work great. Wow. Here's a different type of plastic. And this also works. How about this plastic? Yes. So some plastic, is this 3 different types of plastic? There's a coating on this one to allow for writing on it, like I did there. And this is plastic, a plastic piece, the slider part. And then this is part of the bag. So some plastic, if you're planning to use these on plastic, might the paint might bubble, and if it does, then this is not a good medium to use on plastic, or that's not a good plastic to use with acrylic markers. So you have to test it out on some inconspicuous spot. I did that for... Oh, what I wanted to do was... I was looking for a white marker for that, for the black. And I got out the Pitt Artist brush pens. And one of the colors is ivory, which is as close to white as I'm going to get. And I thought, I wonder if that would show up on black paper. So I flipped this paper over. I'm going to show you that. I haven't looked since then. So if it suddenly appears, I'll be like, wait for it to dry. And I drew it. I think I drew it over here, or I colored in a spot over here with the ivory. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it like right there. That's the ivory on the black paper. Ivory is not black, and so the Pitt Artist brush pens will not work very well, or it's a poor choice for black paper is what I'm saying. They're awesome in other, on lighter colored papers, probably. This, I should test that out. I have like the 60 pen set and a 12 pen set. My first purchase was a 12 pen set. This one, when I used on the box, the purple violet, I'm calling it, because it goes on purple and it dries violet. Like, look at that. That is like a purple line there, but it's gonna dry like violet, which I thought was cool when I was using them on the box. I was also looking for my other acrylic markers, the Montico acrylic markers that I have, and the Artmeister ones, and I think I might know the vicinity of where they're located. I thought they were upstairs, but I don't think they're upstairs. So that means they're somewhere over in that direction over there. You can't point with a marker. People don't know that way. People just don't know. What are you pointing at? Are you even pointing? Oh, here we go. Just made it a little bit wider, that's all. There's no uniformity here. If you're expecting that, I could apologize, but I don't want to. Okay. Now the black, which will show up great on these two. And you know, when I was showing last week in my video, I was showing the swatching card for the brush markers. And I completely forgot about the black being over here, but that's okay because you can't even see it. You can't see it. That's what it looks like on the black. Wow. Instant invisibility. Over here. There we go. I like these markers, but I'm thinking they need more colors. Maybe they'll come out with more because this is only a set of 12. You know how some companies will... Wow, completely covered that. Completely. Leave that white visible. We just watch paint dry. It doesn't take very long. Another good thing, a plus or a bonus for acrylic markers or acrylic paint is it doesn't take very long for them to dry. Not quite as fast as alcohol ink markers or alcohol ink, but much faster, I think, than other coloring medium. Medium? What's the... I don't know. I'll get back to you. Just looking at the black there. Okay, we'll go up this way then. I need to add... I'm sorry, I need to add more thickness to the pink. I'm going to turn it around so I don't accidentally, just in case that black is not dry yet. And I'll go straight across. Make it a little more uniform so I don't drive certain people crazy who are watching this video. I don't know who you are. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you for watching and putting up with my rambling. Also do that. Okay, and then the white. Now that makes me want to try and make the red a little bit thicker, at least on this part here and this part. Okay. Oh, let's see. What do you want? I want to... Oh, I'm going to keep that one there. What's this one? No. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking. See, that gets me in trouble every time. Put it here where you can't really see it. You can kind of see it. Kinda. Okay, and then we'll just do it. Okay, the red. I just love the color. What can I say? I did this sheet a little bit differently. Maybe this will turn a brighter red here. As in, for the brush marker sheet, I put a wide piece of white on the black paper, and then I put a strip of the brown on there. But this one, two short width strips here of the brown paper or cardboard paper and mixed media paper on, and I glued them with the Scotch Create glue stick onto the black drawing paper. There was a little bit of buckling because the glue stick is wet, technically. Okay, it looks like a xylophone. It's an acrylic paint xylophone. Silent. These aren't too bad. You know, I really like these colors, but they might be... I think they're in the cost like $20-something right now. And they might be a little bit too expensive when other acrylic markers that are less expensive might work just as well. You just have to kind of... Montego and Artmeister brands are no longer available on Amazon. Okay, I'm just going to set up my shot here ever so subtly. Yeah, not so subtly. So as I open one... Keep one closed. Every other one is open. I have to be careful because they will roll. Oh, no. No, that's not right. I gotta get the bag out of here. And I gotta zoom out a bit. So I'm just going to sign off here so you don't have to see me mess around with setting up a screenshot. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have an artistic day. Bye.